If you're wanting to build a truck, like old one, new one, whatever the case might be, you are f***ing stupid. How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here, and we have a beautiful fall day here in East Tennessee. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous out. Sun's out, the leaves are changing. It's actually decently warm out. It's about 65, 70 degrees. That big-ass house is still being built over there, and there is I don't know what kind of boat that is, but there's a bass boat racing in the lake right there. But anyways, you heard that right. Building a truck is stupid. But I will say there is a way to do it and learn from my mistake. So first and foremost, there's a big misconception about building a truck. Now that social media, YouTube, and all that has taken off, and these kids and my age can see all these other people making tons and tons of money off of building a truck. Now that being said, like I'm trying to do that with my channel. I want to be able to produce content about trucks and all that stuff, make money, invest it back into the channel to help you all out so I can do other builds and hopefully get a brand going so I can do merch and all that other stuff. But that being said, a lot of the people are into it just because of the fame. And if you're in it just because of that, you will never make it because everybody can sniff that out. Also, if you're in it because you want to attract girls, let me give you some insight. 9 out of 10 girls do not care about your truck. If they do care about your truck and that's the only thing they like about you is your truck, then you are a very boring person and you need to do something with your life. There's very, very, very few girls out there that are actually into the truck scene legitimately. You all know who they are on Instagram and stuff like that. So don't go into this thinking you're going to attract girls or get girls or whatever the case might be, because that's not the case at all. Do not do it for that reason. You'll be very disappointed. So the cost of building one, which this is my 2022 Toyota Tacoma SR5 on a 3.5-inch coilover rough country lift and some other stuff done to it. There's other videos on my channel, guys. I break down the cost of this and other stuff about the mods and all that stuff, so I'm not going to go into very big detail. But as you can see, it does cost money to build these trucks. Initially, depending on what you go with lift kit wise and stuff like that, they can be upwards of the tens of thousands of dollars depending on the lift kit, wheels and tires, whole 9 yards. So you got to keep that in consideration. Are you willing to spend that much money on it? Also, if you cheap out and go with the cheaper lift kit or cheaper components and they wear out faster, or you'll have issues, breakages, stuff like that, that costs money in the long run. So you got to break it down on what you want to do with your truck and what mods you want to put on it that makes sense to you. Not because of the amount of clicks on Instagram, not because of the amount of likes on Facebook or likes on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. You got to, consider that into what you're building is what is your goal with the truck you're trying to build, basically. Now, this is where I screwed up when it came to my last build, my 1996 Chevy K50 Hunter, which I went over in a video a very long time ago, is buying a secondary vehicle so you don't have to drive your modified vehicle. That being said, this is a good daily driver set for the Tacoma. I do have 33-inch tall tires on it and everything like that. But when you go with a wider offset tire like a 20 by 12, a 22 by 12, a 22 by 14, 24 by 14, etc., you put a lot of stress on your ball joints, on your suspension components, on your steering components, stuff like that. This does add a little bit more stress to the truck, but not as much as an offset wheel and tire. So you got to consider that parts will wear out faster, especially if you daily drive your truck. And that's when a secondary truck comes into play. I didn't do that with my Chevy. I built my Chevy and I daily drove that truck pretty much, which cost me a lot of money in the long run, guys. And then get the secondary vehicle, whether that's a car, whether that's another truck, or whatever the case might be that you don't plan on really modifying. That way you can spend all your money on the other truck and daily drive the other vehicle. You don't have to put miles and wear and tear on your other vehicle. That's the key that I screwed up on, and it would have saved me a lot of money in the long run. And I probably would have been able to keep my Chevy instead of having to sell because I got tired of fixing it, and I just got tired of it, to be honest. I know a lot of people, you're mad about that, and I get it. That's what built this channel, but I will probably get one eventually, but not sure when or, all that fun jazz. But yes, I've been there, guys. I'm 28 going on 29 years old. I wish I could go back and smack the crap out of my younger self and look at, you need to have delayed gratification. You need to look at the long ball, the long game, not the instant gratification of clicks, likes, and shares and stuff like that. And that's where I screwed up. I got caught up in all that drama and all that stuff, and it really hurt me in the long run. Instead of refocusing and being like, okay, what can I do now that's going to benefit me in 2 or 3 years, not just right now, if that makes sense. So back in the truck, what are your needs for your truck is also a thing you got to ask. Like, is a 12-inch lift kit, 28 by 16s, and 42s, 44s really what you need when you tow with your truck, when you daily drive it, when you take it to the hunt camp or whatever like that? Because that's not practical. And like I said, that's when you need to go into buying a secondary vehicle, a car, another truck, whatever. And you need to look at the practicality of it. Because also, don't go out and buy a truck from what everyone said on the internet. Now, we all look at reviews on the internet. I looked at third-gen Tacoma reviews before I bought one. Like, I'm not saying don't do that, but what I am saying is don't be pressured to buy something that you don't need or you don't like just to be socially accepted or cool on Instagram, because it's not worth it in the long run. All the guys say, if you don't drive a 2500, you're not a real man. Do not use a 2500 what it's supposed to be meant for. 9 times out of 10, they do not use it. Trust me, I've seen it. So buy what you want, buy what you need, and I mean, like I said, it's your money. Buy it's your money to spend, but also think about it in a practicality sense. If you want a fast diesel truck, you shouldn't probably daily drive it, because all the mods that go into it aren't made to be daily driven with a really high horsepower fast street diesel truck. If you like Tacomas, buy a Tacoma. If you like Rangers, buy a Ranger. If you like Colorados, buy a Colorado. F-150, Silverado 1500, whatever. Whatever you like, guys, buy it, because then you'll be happy in the long run. And unfortunately, if you can get that through your head now, you'll be a way happier person in life than having to impress people and all this stuff like a lot of people do now. And that's why I think the main reason why the truck community is so, lack of a better term, dog shit right now, is because people aren't building trucks that they want. Like, if that makes sense. They're building it for the clicks, they're building it for the likes. Now, if you have a business around it, like Duramax Jack, Greg A, even Gabe on YouTube, that they give away these trucks, they build them and give them away, that's a completely different, because you're making money off that, and you need to build something that people will enjoy and like and want to buy merch so they can enter in for your giveaways and stuff. But if you're building something because someone said that, oh, if you don't buy an F-250, you don't buy a diesel, you don't buy this, that, and the other, you're not a real man, that's not a real truck, you're a loser. Don't listen to those people, guys. I'm telling you, it's not a road you want to go down. But hopefully y'all can learn from my mistakes. Like I said, I wish I got a secondary vehicle way before I modified my Chevy K1500 that you all know and love. Heck, even if I bought a Tacoma and left it stock, I probably should have done that. Now, I am very happy with the build I have with my Taco. It's subbed just the way I want it to for what I want it for. Now, that being said, I also have a company truck now through my company that I 9 times out of 10 drive, because a company truck and a gas card and all that other stuff. So that does help me out in the long run. So if your work has a program like that, you might want to get on top of that, because it helps you out in the long run. Then you can think about, well, maybe I can go out and buy that diesel, or I can buy that older truck, or whatever the case might be, because I have a reliable sense of transportation I don't have to worry about, which is great. So if you like this video, guys, leave a like, new channel, please subscribe to the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, change, trying new and better things. If you are a dad and you're watching this and you have sons that are getting out to that driving age or are driving that wanting to build a truck, share this video with them. Like I said, guys, I wish I knew that in my early 20s, what I know now. But you live and you learn and you grow and you just keep pushing forward. You don't give up. It is not worth giving up on. I'm not doing that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And remember, never give up on your dreams.